Alright, so this video is going to be the trade recap of Tuesday, 27th of August. Right, I'm going to start off on the weekly chart. If you have watched the weekly forecast, I was anticipating retracements after ES has tagged into this new week opening gap. And I was looking at the weekly fair value gap as my objectives, which means I am bearish. Okay, heading down into the daily time frame, you can see that we have tagged the new week opening gap on Monday for ES, and then when Monday closes, you take a look at NQ right here, we have closed below this up close candle. So this validates the up close candle as the bearish order block, right? And heading into the London session today, I was looking for price to trade up into the bearish order block and then displace lower into the daily fair value gap. That is the low-hanging fruit objectives. Okay, so if you have watched the weekly forecast as well, I've mentioned that NQ is the weaker asset as compared to ES. So if I were to take any shorts, it is going to be on NQ, and if I were to take any longs, it is going to be on ES. Alright, so let us drop into the 6 hours time frame. Over here you can see the different sessions, right? Every session is 6 hours. So on Monday we have created this large down close candle overlapping this up close candle here, and right off the bat you notice that we have SMT on the highs as compared to ES, right? So NQ made lower high. That further indicates that NQ is the weaker asset. Okay, so we have formed based on what we have given, sorry, let me rephrase. Based on what price has given us on Monday, over here there is a bearish fair value gap, displacement lower, and then over here you have the bearish order block, right? So heading into London session today, I was looking for prices to trade up into these two premium arrays and then displace lower, taking out at least Monday's low. Okay, so on a 6 hours time frame, below Monday's low, we do have this large wick here, right? That is the PD array that I use for targets for ES, right? To watch ES as well, because I would be watching two assets at the same time. And for NQ, obviously it is Monday's low and the daily fair value gap. All right, so dropping down into the 15-minute time frame, you'll be able to see that we have traded into the bearish fair value gaps low, right? The low is maybe about 1 tick or 2 ticks away from the open of that particular candle for ES, right? Just to make it clear, let me drag it to the low, and then over here on the 15 minutes you can see that during London we actually tagged the low of that bearish fair value gap, and for NQ we have traded into the bearish fair value gap on the 6 hours as well, right? So over here you can see we have SMT on the highs on the 15 minutes. Okay, and price gave this displacement during the 6 a.m. candle, right? So what would you expect from the 6 a.m. candle would be, what I was expecting is that we are going to run down this sell side, right? As you can see, this relative equal lows and this accumulation higher. We have London's low, equal lows for targets, and we have Asia's low, and then we have Monday's low. Okay, so same model that I have been using, that I have found success in, is the bearish order block model. So I utilize the largest up close candle as the bearish order block for my entry and for my stops. So right here, because I am focusing on NQ, my entry was around here, 50% between the 0 and 0.25. First entry. Second entry is actually the midpoint of this bearish fair value gap, the consequent encroachment of this bearish fair value gap, which is slightly above the 0.25 level. Okay, and I was looking for Monday's low as my final objective. All right, so this is the setup for today that I took. It took around 1 2 3 4 5 6 candles to complete the entire move. So 6 candles, 4 would be an hour 30 minutes long for this trade idea. All right, so here is the proof. This is my live account. Right, so as you can see right here, my sell limit orders is at 19610, 19601. Over here 610 and 601 over here, and 610 right up here, somewhere around here. Okay, and then my exit, I mark it by, I decided to not wait for the Monday's low. It's one of the issues that I have is I become a little bit anxious when price is teasing my exit when this candle is forming, right? It did not run through it when it is printing, so I got a little bit anxious and I decided to just cut my trade here at around 5:30, right about this level here, when it is really close to the Asia lows. Okay, so I cut my positions there. So this is the trade that I took today, and then as you can see, overall it reversed higher. All right, if you're interested, let me just do something here. I'll show you what I did on the prop firm as well that I am trying to pass. It is still in the evaluation phase. I'm just going to show you the executions. It's exactly the same as the live account. Alright, I traded on the micro contract, obviously, because that is a lot of points for stops. So I used the micro contracts to limit my risk. So right here is the executions. It's almost the same. The same price and almost the same exit right here as well. Okay, and that's about it. I hope you find this insightful. I'm not sure if it is going to help, but yeah, thanks for watching. And let me just highlight another thing as well that I have annotated on the hourly chart. So other than the higher time frame levels, there is also this level here that I was looking at. Alright, so if you take a look at the ES, the last fair value gap it utilized to trade into that new week opening gap is this fair value gap. Okay, and for NASDAQ, it is, where is it? It is this one right here. Sorry, I'm not there, but what was I using? Oh yeah, this one. This old CB here. Okay, so these are the two levels that I want to see price respect, which means if it's bearish, it has to stay below these two levels. So during the London session, as you can see right here, ES was respecting the consequent encroachment of that, and then it displays lower, which gave me the confidence boost, even though there is relative equal highs, to short the market right here. As you can see, relative equal highs NQ, but I still took that short into the daily, into the Monday, the previous day's low. Okay, so this is another confluence that I use, and at the same time prices were above the daily opening price as well. So this is the daily opening price. When I was short up here, it is above the daily opening price. So everything lined up nicely for me to execute on a trade. Right, so as you can see, even now, price is still meandering around this level here. Okay. All right, and with this, I will end this video here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you again.